Stuff I worried about that actually turned out to be fine. And that is a big book. And this is a great idea to come to, is this knowledge, realization, categorization, I don't know what to call it, but it's so helpful when you're worried. Because when you're worried, yeah, it's intense, isn't it? It can feel like really believable, and unless you, like, understanding the mechanics of worry is so, it's really helpful, because it's linked to our nervous system, and our nervous system is, designed, in some parts of it are designed to keep us alive. So it's not like idle thinking. It's not like, oh, wouldn't it be interesting if this happened? And oh, I would, it's not like a daydream. It's like alert. It's intense. It's, oh my God, this is gonna happen. What am I gonna do? It's not a little thing. It's very charged. And when we're in it, it has a cascading atmosphere to it. So we can feel like the thing that we are just, what would have been just a daydream, we feel like that is a serious problem. Very serious problem. So, and it's the sort of thing that keeps us awake at night. So knowing that our worry mechanism is, it's like lying in a beautiful meadow and then scanning the horizon. Our worry mechanism scans the horizon looking for potential threats, and if it can't see any, it starts to make contingency plans for what it would do if there were threats. So that kind of ruins the lovely meadow experience, because it puts us into this terror state. And it can be, it's not like, oh, it's just a daydream, I'll daydream about something else. As anyone who has tried to stop worrying will tell you, and if you've had this experience yourself, you'll know, it's very hard to turn it off. Because it's like, it kind of overrides our thinking. It kind of hijacks our thinking, because it's like, no, this is important. This is life or death. This is destruction, total destruction. You're going to be totally destroyed if we don't sort this out. If I don't come up with a plan to help you not be destroyed, well, then you're going to be destroyed, and that's not good. Nobody wants that. So let's run through it again. You're 2 in the morning, and you're like, I don't want to run through it again. I just want to go to sleep. It's like, no, you have to run through it again. And what about if this happens? And what about if that happens? So, having the big stack of books all under the title of things that I worried about that turned out to be fine is very good to kind of gently bring to my worrying mechanism and go, I know you're just trying to take care of me. I know you're just trying to protect me, and I appreciate the intention, and I get it, but it's ruining the moment. I'm supposed to be enjoying this meadow. I'm lying in this lovely meadow, and the butterflies are around, and you're, concerned about getting stung by a bee, and I've never been stung by a bee, and maybe I'm allergic to it. Maybe I'll go into anaphylactic shock. What do you do when you go into anaphylactic shock? What are you supposed to have, a pen, an EpiPen? Is that just like a normal pen? Is it a special pen? What's in it? Should I get one just in case? Maybe I should get one now. Are there any shops near here? I don't know. I didn't check. What's the nearest town? Let me get my phone out and check where the nearest town, and so on. So you're kind of ruining the vibe here. So, chances are I'm going to be fine. Chances are nothing bad's going to happen, And remember all those times that something bad happened unexpectedly that I wasn't prepared for, and I somehow managed to survive. Remember all those times? Well, I'll probably do the same again, you know. I'll figure it out. I'll respond, I'll react, it'll be okay. So could we just amp down on the worrying? I totally understand you're just trying to protect me, but you're actually kind of ruining my experience here. So could we amp down on that so that I can enjoy the experience, and then, you know, you can at another time maybe suggest some appropriate solutions to imagined scenarios, but for now let me just do that. And here's all the evidence for why it's probably not going to happen. Here's all the evidence of all the times that I worried long into the night about things, and I, you know, ruined my health a little bit because I didn't sleep very well, or I constricted my intestines so much I caused, you know, cramps. It wasn't really that helpful. And the things that I was worried about didn't actually eventuate. So maybe let's not do that. So that's the benefit, as far as I can see, of gathering evidence for things I worried about that turned out to be fine. So that I can, when I am worried, I can begin to de-escalate, tone it down a little bit, return to the moment, because a lot of worrying doesn't really have any action, no intention to act associated with it. It's just kind of worrying not so much for the sake of worrying. It's got a point, you know, and you can't get into a fight with it and go, oh, that's not going to happen, that's not going to happen. But you can bring evidence to it and go, well, here's all the things I worried about that didn't happen, and here's all the things that I didn't even know were going to happened. I had no plan for, I had no contingency, and I figured it out. I got through. So this could also be one of those things, and usually the first couple of things that you think of are usually right. And then also when you calm down from worrying, you can be actually more creative. Different kinds of solutions can come to you. And you know, you can find that you have solutions that you wouldn't have thought of if you'd been just stuck in the worry. So it kind of, you know, if you de-escalate it from worry to problem solving, then you can be a bit more creative about it. And when you do that, then you know, when the escalation, the adrenaline is not involved in it, then there's a much better chance that you will come up with some creative kind of solutions.